Welcome to Landria Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through fears and live a beautiful, awesome life with challenges. But then you go, okay, this is a little uncomfortable. Not, I had a flat tire, then my boss yelled at me, and then, I lost my wallet, and everything's going wrong. Ugh. I think I told my story like I was in Vegas and a bunch of things happened there that I didn't even think were bad. I mean, my Mac went out. I burnt my eyes because I put the wrong solution in my contact case and did it twice. Yes, I am blind, but we're not going to go there. And I didn't think of it as anything bad. I really didn't. Some really good things came from it. Yeah, I had to spend a lot of time at the Genius Bar, but I ended up finding out that everything was paid for. I didn't have to put any money out. In the meantime, I got another computer, started working on it. I mean, you need to look at everything and say, how do I make this work? Yes, it's inconvenient. I'm going to tell you what's really inconvenient. When you get told you have something terminal, now you got a real challenge. Now you're really going to get tested. So those of you who are not dealing with life-threatening situations, you can overcome anything, including that. It's just going to be a lot more work, but you can do it. You're being challenged for a reason. And by the way, we created all those things. We either planned them in advance or we created them here with our worry and our fear. All right, so when you get in a higher state of vibration, here's the beauty of it. And this, I hope you're there. I know a lot of you are. Stuff just doesn't bother you. I mean, it's sort of funny. I mean, a lot of you know this by now. When I get comments from people, I think it's really funny. No matter what they say, I mean, they can say the nastiest thing and I don't. It just doesn't affect me because I know they're coming from a negative place. And it's not about me. It's about them and where they are. I hope you remember that when you are out there and things happen and people say something nasty. If they are, it's how they're feeling about themselves. They're limiting. When somebody argues with me, I'm like, this isn't a debate platform. You can give your opinion, but I'm not here to argue with anybody because I don't have all the answers. And you may give some great insight, and I want to hear that. But sometimes people, they just love to argue. They just want to always be right. And then that's the ego, and that's something completely different. So you have to ask yourself, do you always have to be right? Are you arguing with people? Do you debate all the time? Do you find yourself going, oh, no, that's the ego having to be right. When you get to a higher frequency, you have no interest in being right. You could just express yourself and you don't care what anybody else says because they have the full freedom to say whatever they want and believe what they want. And that's the beauty of going into an awakened state. So if you start feeling like things aren't as big of an issue, you're going into that awakened state. You're saying, okay, well, stuff doesn't bother me anymore. I'm not feeling euphoric all the time, or I don't feel enlightened, and sometimes I get sad and stuff, but you're still on that path. I think a lot of you think that it's some place you go to like, bing. Eckhart Tolle did it. He woke up and he was like, whoa. Of course, he was getting ready to kill himself too. Nobody wants to go to that dark place. But it's possible. Most of us do it gradually. And we don't even realize we are. And then we realize, wait a minute, life is a lot easier. Even with the struggles, I'm handling this better. And then sometimes stuff will show up, but you know how to deal with it then. You know how to look at it and say, there is that cloud, that stuff that's following me around that I will eventually get rid of. But right now, I've got to just stop paying attention to it. Right? You don't stay in the house when it's a cloudy day. You still go out and do whatever you need to. Because you know the sun's going to shine again, and you just have to move on. So I want you to understand that awakening and enlightenment and all this stuff, we all are just trying to feel good, right? Isn't that all you want? You just want to be happy, and you want to feel happy all the time, and you don't want the outside world to control that. Most of us, we just don't want the problems. But you're going to have them. They don't go away because we're humans. Guess what? Because you're on a planet with other dense beings. And their stuff is going to affect you. And until all of us raise our frequency, we're going to share that density. We're going to share those challenges and the stuff that's going to go on around you. Now the question is, are you clinging to it? Are you watching the negative stuff? I just had this conversation yesterday with a friend. I said, give me one reason why you need to watch the news. What good thing do you ever extract from it? Well, once in a while there's a good story. Big deal. Okay, whatever. You can pick and choose those good stories on YouTube. You can pick, oh, there's the dog happy to see the, military person come back and goes crazy and wags its tail. And, dog saves, oh no, cat saves, what was it? A cat saves a child from a dog that's attacking it. I mean, this is cool stories out there. If you really need that drama, pick the good drama. Pick and choose it. Shut off the negative stuff because you're connecting to it. So this is a dense world. You have to pick and choose. You will not continue to raise your frequency until you make decisions. You have choice. I'm sorry, but it's up to us. We still have to make that decision as to whether or not we're going to move out of bad habits, including negative thinking, including hanging around with people that are negative thinkers, gossip, watching negative stuff on TV or YouTube or whatever you're tuning into online, movies. You can pick and choose. I know you guys, you like this blow 'em up action stuff. Letting kids learn how to blow people up on video games. It's a good thing I didn't have kids. We'd have to move to, off the grid or something, because there's no way my children would ever be exposed to killing somebody or anything on a video game. What is that? What do we gain from that? That is such low negative thinking. You know what that is? People making money off of it. And if you feed that, you're going to continue to feed the negativity. If no one bought those games, those companies would have to start making something else. They wouldn't go out of business, trust me. They'd go back to the drawing board and they'd go, wait a minute. Nobody's buying this stuff. They want the positive stuff. They don't want their kids to see this stuff so that they're going into schools with their guns and killing other people. We're all responsible. It starts with each one of us. You have to make those decisions. So you're on a dense planet. You are on the path to awakening. But all of these decisions contribute to that. And the more you make good choices, higher frequency choices, the faster you're going to go to that euphoric state. I've been in it. I've been in it like in a major way. It's tough to stay in that because we aren't a dense planet. In order to function on this planet, we sort of have to come down from there. I remember Eckhart Tolle sharing his story, and I went, oh my God, okay, this made sense, because I was like, why didn't I stay in that super high frequency? Because I didn't want to talk to anybody. I couldn't even connect to anybody. I seriously didn't want to speak. It's like people would talk and I'm like, why do we need to talk about this? I don't need to talk about it. I just wanted to observe everything. Everything was beautiful. We just had to look at it. You feel things. You still have to function, but and that's why a lot of enlightened people retreat from the world. It's too painful. And you say, well, if they're enlightened, it's not painful. They still feel pain. They just process it differently. So that's why I said you can do this with your emotions, or you can do this. I'm doing this. Even when great stuff happens, I never go way up here. And you're probably thinking, well, that's a bummer. No, I love it, but it's not controlling me anymore. I'm still in a happy place. So I should do this. Instead of, this, I'm doing this. So I'm not down here doing this. I'm up on a higher frequency. I'm saying that now. I'm up on a higher frequency doing this. So it's not that you're feeling good most of the time, so you don't need to go up here when you're in a dense state to feel this good feeling. You're already up here, and the lows and the highs are much more evened out. Does that make sense? You're already vibrating at a high frequency. So you want to get that frequency up so that you're always feeling really good, so you're not controlled by the new car, or the new job, or the new relationship to get up there, because that's going to wear off and you're down here again. So you're on the path to awakening. You're on this channel. You know all this stuff's real. You know this is who you are. You know that you control your reality. You know that you're something greater. Why do so many people know that we're something greater? Why are they seeking it? They know. We're starting to connect to the fact that we know this isn't who we are, that we're here experiencing it, and that we have got to get this right. So, don't get hung up on, you're trying to get to a place. You are in that place. And you're slowly... think about how you were a year ago, or 2 years ago, or 5 years ago. How was that happening for you? You probably were experiencing a lot more stress, maybe not really connected to anything. You are in a higher place right now. You will continue on that path, and the more you learn, and the more you get those bing moments, you'll go, oh my gosh, I don't have to think that way anymore. I don't have to believe that. I'm exhausted from being angry at my parents. Bless you. Whew. Thank you for the opportunity to become a greater person. Not like, oh, thanks, you dense people. No, it's, hey, you're all on the same playing field. We're all on the same playing field. I'm in there with you. But we're all having choice of where we take that. So, stay on that path. You are on an awakened path. You are raising your frequency. It's going to drop down once in a while. That's when you get tested to say, okay, now you're dropping down. What are you going to do this time? Now you're down here. Now how are you going to handle it? You're not going to stay down there like you used to and start to believe this stuff. You're going to say, oops, I'm catching myself. I have to catch this negative thinking. I know those beliefs are not true. And then you start to raise your frequency again. Then you go back up. And you say, okay, whew, all right, it's never going to really go away. At some point it really does. At some point it's like, knock, 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 and you're going, busy, don't need you anymore, because you feel bad. And the ego's going, well, I thought you liked that. I thought you liked, bad relationships, abusive relationships. I mean, you keep doing it. Like, no, I'm not going to do that anymore. Okay, I thought you liked being broke. I mean, every time you have an opportunity, to have money, you sort of screw it up. Nope, I'm wealthy now, and I'm sorry, I don't want to do that. And this is a conversation you can have all day with this ego. You're in control. It's like, you don't want to go there anymore. It serves no purpose. That pattern doesn't feel good. Those beliefs don't feel good. And that's when you know, wow, I'm breaking through. I'm going to a new place. I'm going to a higher frequency. Did you see my little drawing? This is you. Maybe this is you. These are people that are probably already in the spirit world. We're all just molecules. We're all just energy. One thing. We're all sharing it. You have access to this up here. This information. This joy. This health. You have access to all of that. Eventually we're all going to go up to the one, the source, of which we all came out of. That didn't sound quite right, but you know what I mean. I'm sure the sound was a lot nicer than that. All right, so we go into these dense spaces. Sometimes we go down there. Whoa, nobody wants to be down there. Don't be messing with Ouija boards and stuff, by the way. You can open yourself to this crap. So, yeah, these are people that they're struggling. That's all. They're just energy struggling. Don't be making judgments about that. All right. Then you go up here, and sometimes you get a little bit more dense, and your energy is like, you want to start expanding. So this awakening, some people just go, boom. Not likely for any of us, right? I know that I went, and I stayed here for a while. And then I went, whoa. And then I came back down here somewhere. I'm like, why? I have to keep practicing. I have to keep, on it. because I'm here in this dense world. So you are awakening. So you got to just got to work at it. You got to keep yourself, opening up that frequency, not being so dense, not listening to ego, and then all of a sudden it's not controlling you anymore, and it just pretty much takes a back seat. So don't freak out when it shows up. Just go, oh, there it is again. And then when it's talking, go, are you done? Okay, let's get on with happy life. There's nothing you cannot overcome. There is no illness that you cannot overcome. We have the ability to heal ourselves. Science has proven that. Not monks up and, whatever. They've shown it. Science has proven that we can heal ourselves. And those doctors don't want to hear that because, a lot of them don't believe that stuff. I know they do. They probably do. They just probably can't talk about it. They probably get it, ousted. So sad, that that's how the world we live in. But, yeah, spontaneous healing. What's a remission? Sometimes it's not from drugs. Sometimes it's just somebody's accepted it and said, I'm just going to live my life. And then they go into that happy state, and all of a sudden, the molecules, the cells, all start to go into this protective, happy, really powerful state of energy that they were before. And then the dense negative stuff gets beat out. And then they never go back into that illness again. They go, wait a minute, it's gone. It's not even here. I sort of accepted it, and it's like, it's not your enemy anymore. You're not fighting anything anymore. And that's true of anything. Money, relationships, quit fighting all of this. You're on an awakened journey. You are awakening. Use this. Look at it. What do I need to change? What do I need to do? I am learning from this. This is part of my awakened path. I think of you guys a lot of times think, here's my spiritual path, and then there's the real world, and the job, and the relationship. No, this is all the same thing. That's your awakening path. My job. What am I going to do about it? What do I want? And how am I going to get there? I'm going to learn. I'm going to learn to be a powerful person. I'm going to speak up for myself, but I'm always going to be kind when I do that. I'm going to be compassionate to other people. In that job that I hate, right? I'm going to be compassionate. These people are hurting too. They don't want to be here. They're feeling the same thing I am. So there's all this negativity. I need to get away from here. I don't belong here anymore. I'm going to bless them. I'm going to bless that boss who doesn't treat me well. Thank you for this experience. Because I wasn't valuing myself. I need to move on. And that opportunity will show up when you make a decision. It's going to show up. It's going to go, we are all one. We're all just waiting for you, the individual choice maker, to go ahead and decide you don't want to be there anymore. Okay, here's the opportunities you're ready for. And it's all going to show up. The right people, the money, all of it. Don't doubt that for a minute. This is your awakened path. You're on it. You're doing it. Congratulations. It's going to keep moving up. You're going to find one day, wow, I actually am in such a better state than I ever was. Because then when death or anything happens, I've experienced a lot of that recently with my whole family. You handle it differently. There are no lines anymore between anything. Between spirituality and science and the material world and the unseen world. There are no lines. We're all just energy passing through back and forth, different frequency, learning things. It's all one thing. Keep on your path. Quit worrying about getting to that place. You're on it. It's going to start happening and realize, wow, I am improving. I'm thinking clearer. Things are starting to improve in my life. I'm making better decisions. I am meditating. I'm making all of those moves, those taking the actions and working every day on raising that frequency because you came here for a reason. I'm counting on you. We have to raise the frequency of this planet, and all of us are going to live in heaven here. And then we're going to just turn into light beings because we're mission accomplished. It's a beautiful planet. Let's protect it. Let's be kind to each other. Send light and love and healing out to this planet every single day. Every once in a while I forget, but when I meditate, at the end, I send my white light around the planet, and I send light and peace, healing and love to this planet. And that does make a difference, by the way. Science has monitored this. Science has. Sending you light, love, healing, health, wealth, abundance in every area of your life, and enlightenment. Namaste.